Hey, what's up, guys? Spiriton Guy here, bringing you a post-PO commentary against PorkeyFiend or WiseWhiscash on YouTube. This is an NU battle, and oh hey, we got a team preview here, so we can like do stuff. And so in terms of our leads, I have an Armaldo here, just chilling, standard defensive stuff. And I also have a Beautifly that is a Focus Sash set with Quiver Dance and all that stuff. Also got a Flareon, a standard special defensive, Wish Protect, Lava Plume, all that good stuff. Got defensive Leafeon, and those provide a good defensive core. I also have special defensive Quagsire and a Sock, whose purpose is Scarfs and revenge killing and stuff, so I don't get swept. On his side, he has a Credilli, so it's kind of cool. We're leading him off with 3rd gen Ancient Pokes. He's also got a Parasect, which at this moment, I have no idea what we'll do. He has a Cryogonal, definitely probably specially defensive with utility and dual screens, Rapid Spin, all that good stuff. He has a Butterfree, which will probably sub Sleep Powder, you know, that usual stuff. He's got a Tauros, which could run a few sets. It could run Intimidate, or it could run Sheer Force. They're both very viable. And he's also got a Sock in there, so we got a pair of socks, and they're really warming our feet, and it's great. It's great stuff. And probably his Credilli will be an anti-lead, and if he does carry the HP Rock, it'll hurt. But my priority really is to get my rocks up, because it'll hurt his spinner as well, so it's worth it. But let's get into things. So we're going to lead off with our 3rd gen Ancients, I believe, once I start it. Okay, there we go. I'm going to leave with Armaldo. He's going to leave with Credilli. I'm just going to go and set up my Stealth Rocks as he goes for the HP Rock, which does do a lot, but it doesn't do over half, which is nice. So I'm just going to switch in my Sock here, and he predicts that nicely and goes for the Stealth Rocks. And I predict him to go into the Parasect or something else, and I got the prediction wrong, and he just goes for cover just to see what I was going to do. So now I go to my Flareon as he goes for Energy Ball. I was predicting either one. I can take HP Rocks really fine on this thing because it's got really nice special bulk. And I'm fishing for a burn now, going for Lava Plumes. And I believe this turn, he is going, or I'm going to go for the Wish. He's going to keep trying to go for HP Rock to take me out. I believe here, I just go for Protect, getting my health up. And he goes for the Recover to get his health up as well. And I think at this point he realizes he can't do much to me, and it's just a bit of stall. But I'm just going to go for Lava Plume as he goes for HP Rock. Just kind of stall at this point. I don't know what to say. It's like I'm reading the screen. But I believe here momentarily he switches into Sock, predicting me to Protect. And I go Lava Plume fishing for a burn, but unfortunately for me I don't get it, and that's going to force me to switch out here because I can't stay in on that thing. And I believe I just go for Protect to see what he's going to want to do. And he locked himself in close combat, so it's kind of dangerous. I got to get out of here. And I believe I go into my Leafeon to want to take that. And I take it reasonably well. It still does quite a heavy chunk, and with Rocks damage, I'll be barely able to live another one. So he's not going to want to stay in here, and he goes in his Cryogonal. And that was a bit of a misplay, because Cryogonal is just so frail on the physical side, and I was able to take it out with one Leaf Blade, no problem. But now he goes into the thing that actually gives me the most problems in the entire match, his Parasect. He sets up a sub, and I'm confused at first, and he makes a little joke about it being Sub Punch. And so I don't really know what to do, so I decide to go Rapid Spin instead of breaking a sub. And he's a Sub-Seeder. And I'm like, oh, okay. And we were talking about the set, and I actually kind of like the idea. And this set would actually work really, really well on a rain team. Because he'd get, with Dry Skin ability, you get actually more than you paid for that substitute. So that's actually a good stalling strategy. But, he's going to wear down my Armaldo, and I don't want to switch. Because I want to try to make sure he doesn't have a sub up, but he does get one up anyway, and I die, and it's terrible. So my Armaldo goes down, but at least my rocks are here to stay because his Cryogonal's dead. So I go into my Leafeon and double switch, hoping he'd go for Leech Seed, or wouldn't go for Leech Seed and go for X-Scissor. But he's carrying the Spore, and he puts my Leafeon to sleep, and that sucks. But now he's able to go for the Leech Seed as I switch in my Sock, hoping to break the sub with some Stone Edges. But Probably wasn't the best play for me to go for Stone Edge because I do have a very high chance for missing, and basically I'm forced to stay in here and try to make sure he doesn't have a sub, but he's just sub stalling me, so it's not really accomplishing it's not really accomplishing anything at all. Yeah, Stone Edge just happened. Yeah. I think eventually here, he's gonna wear me down to the point that either I die or I decide to switch because I think I can live one more switch into Stealth Rocks. I think this is the point where I either switch or he switches into his Cradility. That was it. I go for Stone Edge, just trying to kill the thing plus some Scarf. So he's going to be able to get an advantage as I go to my Leafeon because he can just go recover and get off all that damage. But now that I'm in my Leafeon, I can pretty much go for Yawn because he can't do that much to me besides HP Rock. And he does get up his rocks, but that's okay. I kind of predicted him to do that. And that's going to force him to switch and go into his Tauros. And I just go for the Leaf Blade, hoping I could snag a kill on something. But, you know, he's Intimidate Tauros, so that won't happen. And he did say here in the chat that he did make a mistake and didn't add happiness, so his return won't really do anything to me. So I'm feeling very comfortable staying in here, and I know I can break his sub, so it doesn't matter that he has a sub up. I believe in a second here he's going to be forced to switch because he can't stay in and do anything to me. So he's going to go out into his Parasect again as I go for the Yawn, predicting him to switch. And here I just go for Leech Blade to see how much it does. Doesn't quite kill him. And he just goes for Scissor and lets his Parasect fall asleep. And that's great because I'll be able to take this thing out. Not only that, I'll be able to use the free turn that he's asleep and Heal Bell and wake up my Flareon. So that's awesome. And now I'm just going to be able to take him out with Leaf Blade. So that's a good thing. That means he doesn't have a Sleep Father either. So it's all good. Now he goes into his Butterfree, and I'm scared of this thing. So I'm kind of forced to switch out here. He goes for the sub, and I'm like, oh god. I'm going to get swept by this thing without my sock. But I just go for close combat to break the sub. I didn't want to risk missing. So he goes for a Quiver Dance, and I know that close combat is time for resistance here. It's kind of iffy if this mattered, but I do get a crit with the close combat. He did say he did have some defense investment, but considering that my close combat was able to break this up, I'm not 100% sure it mattered. But now he just goes in his Cradilly. I go for close combat, doesn't kill him, and I get wiped out by his Rocky Helmet, which kind of sucks. And he's able to recover off all that damage, so that was a good play on his part. But now I can just go into my Flareon and fish for burns in order to wear this thing down. And I go for it, and I believe 2 Lava Plumes from now, I do finally get the burn, which is all good. Just some Wish stalling and stall and stall. I go for the Lava Plume, finally get the burn, as he goes for the HP Rock. It does do a lot, but I know I can take a few of those, and I do get my Wish now. So, he's a nice guy, so he actually doesn't go for the recovery here and doesn't stall me. So, you know, it's all good. He probably would have lost the stall with the burn, considering. And yeah, but I just take out his Cradilly with the Lava Plume. And he has a couple threats left, but he doesn't have much that can take down my defensive core. Goes into the Sock. I just go for Protect to see what he wants to do. And he's actually going for Stone Edge, so I know my Leafeon can take those really easily. So he decides to switch out too, predicting that. He goes into his Tauros. Not that it really matters because he can't really do anything to me, my Leafeon. But I decided to just go to my Quagsire just to mess around. I go for some Scalds because not even this Tauros can do anything to me because he doesn't have the return added. And, you know, especially defensive Quagsire can still take physical hits like no problem at all. So, you know, it's all good. I just take him out with an Earthquake here, and his last Pokemon is the thing, the Sock, yeah. So here I just, I know he's going to go for close combat. I'm pretty sure to do over half because I'm not defensive. And I just go to recover so his defenses will be lowered. And it'll be easier for me to take him out with an Earthquake after -2 on his defenses. So yeah, guys, that was the game, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.